Well, I'm Elsie Suzerain, and I'm delighted to have Laurie Callahan with me today. And as always, I feature books that we have here in Bookstore One, and I have The Illustrious House out of Midas by José Essa de Queiroz, and I also have a book, wonderful new edition of Fernando Pessoa's book. And let me just tell you, Laurie is a vice president at New Directions, which is an amazing niche, I would call it, book publisher in New York that does these incredible translations, as I call them, of no one in the world would have Margaret Coster doing translations except New Directions. And she's the premier person who translates from Portuguese and Spanish to English.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Amazing.
And so I am just so very proud that you're here, and she's a friend of our store, and we'll just find out a lot about New Directions and about Laurie. So how did you ever come into the publishing world?
Oh, well, I had graduated from college, was in
Okay.
New York City looking for a job. And in those days, you could always find a job in the Village Voice, which is no longer, or I guess it's an online thing now. But anyway, so I got the Village Voice, and there was something for a clerk typist. And I thought, I can do that. And I called up, and Ellie Sassani answered the phone, I think, and she said, good morning, New Directions Publishing. And I thought, oh my God, I've got the wrong number. This cannot be. And she said, oh no, are you applying for the job? And I said, well, yes, I am. She said, well, it turned out that they wanted an assistant to the managing editor.
Oh my gosh.
But they didn't want to put that because that brings English majors who want to be editors. And they didn't want an editor. They wanted somebody who was going to roll up their sleeves and do the business end and get this done. So I got the job, hooray. And that was in I hate to say, well, I was young for my age. That was in 1971. And I've been with them more or less ever since. I took 3 years off and lived in England. I took 3 years off and lived in St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. But the rest of the time I've been there slogging away and just having, I have to say, the time of my life. It's been an amazing
So you're in the middle
trip.
of everything that goes on there, I would assume.
Well, yes, I went from being the front desk. I had to come early to make coffee for everyone.
Okay.
That was the day. And now nobody would make coffee for anybody. But I came early and opened the office and opened the windows and made coffee and whatnot and answered the telephones. And now I'm helping, there are 3 of us that are, it's not really true. Barbara Epler, the president and publisher, is really running the show, but I throw in my 2 cents.
So you're a vice president, which
I'm
I
the
love.
executive vice president.
Which is like wonderful. Good for you. So tell me what your day's like in New Directions. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
do you work with the translators? Do you work with the editors, the authors in some
So my
cases?
job is mostly financial.
Okay.
However, because there are only 9 of us there, I do edit, and I do work with the translators. We all work with the translators. A typical day, there is no typical day. I have no idea. You go in and there's always, I mean, that's what's so much fun. There's always something going on. An author, or we have a problem with this book, or we need to pay this, that, and the other. I don't know. There's really no typical day.
How
I have to say.
fascinating.
It's so much fun.
I remember reading that, I know it was founded in 1936 by Did you
James
know?
Laughlin.
Did you know?
Oh,
Was he-
yeah.
Oh,
He was wonderful.
was he
Oh,
wonderful?
man.
Oh,
He was
tell
the
me.
best boss ever.
Oh.
Partially because, although he was hands-on, and he would send us these little teeny notes when he stopped coming into the office a few years before he died. But he would every day send us these little notes. And it'd be, good job, Laurie. Or,
Oh.
or he would want something, or something was not a good job. My favorite one he sent us said somebody had made a terrible error in a newspaper article, and he had written, fire her. We didn't, but it just kills me. But he was absolutely wonderful. and he was tall and handsome
Oh.
and generous. I have to say, when he died, he left us all a little money in his will.
Oh.
And unbelievable. And so I was able to buy my co-op in Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm touched by this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, he was phenomenal. He
Oh.
and his wife, Anne,
Okay.
and his wife. And then when Anne died, he married Gertrude. I did not meet his first wife. But I think they're just, the whole family has always been very kind and wonderful. And now we're on the board is his son-in-law, Daniel Javich, and his wife, Lila, is his daughter, Mr. Laughlin's daughter. And he has 2 grandchildren and a daughter-in-law in California, and another son living in Michigan who's
so
not so
how
interested.
wonderful. So it's a family. And it's run as it was in 1936. You know, just keeping the
yes.
but it's keeping the standards, but that's okay.
Yeah. No,
That's
the
all right.
standards, yes.
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the stable of writers you have is incredible.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
how wonderful.
Yeah,
Do you want
yeah.
to just name some so we can
Well,
share?
we started with Ezra Pound, who recommended that Jay start this publishing company, and William Carlos Williams, Marianne Moore, Tennessee Williams. These were some of the first people we published. And now we publish, well, we were the first to publish Roberto Bolaño in the United States, Cesar Aira, I don't know, I'm going to draw a blank. But also we do like Pessoa, and you pronounce that amazingly. I've been saying Aisha de Queiroz.
It's
but
Asa.
Asa, it is, you know.
I
And
do
how
know.
do you do the Queiroz part? You
It's
said
Queiroz.
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 Man,
Yeah.
Queiroz.
Exactly.
So, and we do Yoko Tawada,
Oh.
and we do Anne Carson, Susan Howe. I'm going to make someone
Well,
angry
but
by not
that's
mentioning.
incredible that all these people, you know, you keep their legacy going is what you're doing for all the world.
Well, that, and we're also introducing these amazing
Oh.
people that we don't know here in the United
Right.
States, and we're saying, look, you know, Laszlo Krasznahorkai is just, you know, just an incredible writer, and we're just so very proud to have these, you know, he's not young, but we do have a number of young writers that, yeah, we're keeping it going.
So do you sit? So now tell me what happens. Do they send in manuscripts, or do you search out, or how does the process?
Generally, if we've already published someone, we get
Right.
first dibs on the next book. Generally, that's not always true. If they get agents, then it's a different process. But I do
Okay.
think we still get first dibs, but sometimes we can't afford it. If they can go to a higher, sometimes we have to bid. We have the houses in Europe, the publishing houses, we're very familiar with them. They're pretty good about letting us know if they find somebody they think will be good for our list.
Oh,
So, and then there are agents. Again, they know what we publish. They know sort of what we like. They're not always successful, but yeah, we get. All I do is read manuscripts.
but how fortunate you are to introduce, because I'm really into translations, as you know. I think the European or Japanese or whatever it might be, there's a whole world out there.
Oh, amazing world. Yeah.
And New Directions is bringing that world to us, which is really incredible. And we do feature the books here, you know, in Bookstore
Yay.
One, which is like really cool. So, gosh, you've been part of this world like forever. It's like a candy store.
It is like
Right?
a candy store. It's like, everything's so tasty.
Oh, I love it for you.
And yeah.
So you're part of all the New York world, and you live in Brooklyn, which is like
live in
very
Brooklyn.
wonderful. And what more could you want?
Well,
And where is New Directions?
a few things.
Well, I know, but yeah, well, maybe we
Yeah.
can help you with that. But so where is New Directions? Where is the office?
New Directions is right at the very northernmost edge of the West Village, or the southernmost edge of Chelsea, or
Okay.
the eastern side of the meatpacking district.
Okay.
We're sort of right there. We're actually on the 19th floor, so, and we have terraces.
Oh,
So, besides the fact that I get to garden, and we have a cherry tree, I make a cherry pie every year.
oh, Laurie.
And we have a peach tree and a lemon tree and a pomegranate, which now has 3 pomegranates ripening. Bay laurel, roses. It's lovely. But also when 9/11 happened, because the West Village is still very low built, there are no high rises. It's lovely. We had a direct view of the World Trade, and we could watch that going down. So we were on the very edge of the area where you were not to enter for, I think, a month or so, because of the asbestos and whatnot,
Yeah.
chemicals.
So here you are in this magical world of books with a pomegranate tree. I mean, I'm in awe of you. Reading these
Thank you.
books and these manuscripts.
When the
And-
going gets rough, we can all go outside.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I thank you so much for
Oh, well,
coming
thank
and
you
being
very
our friend
much.
here of Bookstore One. And
I just love
this
Bookstore One. May I just say it's one of the prettiest bookstores. Your new location is unbelievable.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you were beautiful before. You were a darling store. But this is spectacular. You really do carry the best of the best. It's a
Oh.
terrific store. So
Thank you, and I'll tell Georgia that we need a pomegranate tree.
you definitely need one.
Thank you, darling.
All righty, you're very welcome.